Transformers 5, or Transformers The Last Night, 3D, IMAX, etc. The fifth film in the franchise, directed by Michael Bay, written by a bunch of people in a writer's room who I don't know to care or name, and starring Mark Wahlberg, and that's about it. So we're 5 movies in at this point. How does this keep happening? I'm not really sure. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, because idiots pay to go see it and it makes lots and lots of money. Hey Dave, haven't you seen every single Transformers movie at the cinemas and paid for it full price? Yeah, I did pay. Don't you think you're being a little hypocritical by saying people are idiots for paying to go see it? Yes, but I hold out hope. Each time I hold out just a little bit of hope that it's gonna give me something that's worth taking away, that it's not just a gigantic fucking garbage fire. Well, what did you honestly think 5 movies into a franchise this shitty, huh? Yeah, no, fair call, you got me. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot that makes these movies successful. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. I will never pay to see another Transformers movie again. Don't pay to see this movie at the cinemas. It does not deserve your money, it does not deserve your time or your effort. Don't be an idiot like me, who paid to go see it on the first night it was open. Now, I actually like Michael Bay as a director. I actually think that he has some talent. I have all the previous Transformers movies on Blu-ray, so I'm not adverse to liking schlocky, actiony, big blockbuster movies. Ridiculous Blu-ray purchases aside. Transformers 5.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
I actually just didn't know where to go from there. It's hard to believe that we're into a 5th movie now. It's very obvious now that he's just going through the motions. This one just feels lazy on all fronts. Even his action sequences kind of aren't much chop. And I don't know if that's just because we're now desensitized to these kind of sequences or not, but to me, I was just incredibly bored through the entire thing. And even other things that are in his movies which are usually great, like the cinematography, it was pretty average in this too. Even just little things like constantly seeing reflectors being held by crew in the reflection of sunglasses of the cast, or just disgusting, harsh, highlight, contrasty lighting on people's faces in close-ups. I don't really want to talk about Transformers 5 that much, but there are some things in this that even still surprise me in the landscape of filmmaking these days. There are 2 sort of lead female characters. One who's a late 20s, early 30s kind of British posh chick who's almost a Megan Fox lookalike, and I think Michael Bay is seriously trolling Megan Fox by this point by casting someone who looks so much like her. And then there's a 14-year-old. And it doesn't matter whether it's the 14-year-old or the elder posh British chick. The introductions to their characters are pretty much always to do with whether they're single. I mean, the 14-year-old saves a group of boys and one of them just starts hitting on her immediately. And then the first thing when we get introduced to the British woman who starts off by playing polo, as you do in Britain when you're posh, she walks into a room with her mother and her friends and they're all like, when are you gonna settle down with a man? Not to mention the fact that the 14-year-old's character kind of gets a bit too sexualized. I mean, it was weird in Transformers 4 where they literally stopped the movie to explain why an overage boyfriend of an underage girl are allowed to fuck, because he holds a card of the Romeo and Juliet statute law or something. But in this one, yeah, he's got all these shots of her where she's in like tiny little shorts and little singlets, and it's like, I know you're trying to make the kind of young teenage boy market, but you've already got them, surely. I don't think you need to add in sexualized shots of a 14-year-old girl to help this movie. So that is just weird to me. And she's pretty much a useless character too. So anyway, moral of the story, don't go and see this. Even if, I consider myself a fan of the Transformers movies, and even I am at this point just, I'm done. And I know that it's too late to say that 5 movies in, but hey, everyone reaches their breaking point eventually. The opening of the movie is pretty much the only positive thing I can talk about. The first 5 minutes, they have a flashback to like King Arthur and Knights of the Round Table, and it's actually pretty good. I was feeling some things, I was getting into it, I was like, yeah, this is alright, this is a good start. And then it just goes horribly downhill from there. On the back of that opening, and just in general, the efforts by all the visual effects artists and all the hardworking crew and all that sort of stuff, I would give this a 4 out of 10. If I was rating it purely just on the story alone and the engagement I got out of it, it would probably be like a 2 out of 10. So, that was Transformers 5, The Last Night, 3D. I hope you enjoyed this review. I feel like I've just had a lobotomy after seeing this movie. What did you think of the movie? I'd be very keen to hear your thoughts. I'll see you next time. Cheers!